everybody, Joan Zodianz here, and welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Zundayz. This week is going to be a little bit different because for the next 2 weeks, nothing astrologically is really going to change. So I'm going to be teaching you something new. All right, let's get started. So, the Sun and Mercury, which is in retrograde, are both in Scorpio right now. Venus just shifted into Sagittarius. Mars is still in Libra. Jupiter is still in Sagittarius. Saturn and Pluto both in Capricorn. Neptune is still in retrograde in Pisces, and Uranus is also in retrograde in Taurus. So, not much has changed. We don't have any new moons or full moons this week at all. So, what does this mean for you? Because not much is changing next week either. So, this is really a great time of reflecting and meditating on the past year. If you listen to my previous podcast, you would know that already. However, we have Venus in Sagittarius. So let's talk a little bit more about what that means to us and how we can apply that to this retrograde, okay? So Venus influences our love and relationships. I already told you guys this before. Sagittarius being a mutable fire sign. So having stronger commitments during this time is not it's not going to be a thing. You really shouldn't be trying to make strong commitments or promises during this time, especially during a retrograde, because you're most likely not going to be able to keep it. Okay. We also should not be investing energy in smaller projects with smaller people. So let me explain what that means as well. So, Sagittarius is a very expansive zodiac sign, right? They like to explore their horizons. They want to throw their arrows into the sky and see where it lands, kind of zodiac sign. You know, they're a very lucky zodiac sign because their ruling planet is Jupiter. And Jupiter happens to be in Sagittarius right now. All right. Jupiter is also the other ruling planet for Pisces as well. So they share this planet. Now, let's talk a little bit more about that. With Jupiter being in Sagittarius, this heightens a lot of people's philosophical views on like spirituality, their beliefs. Like everything is changing, everything is expanding. Okay. This is also the planet of fortune, of blessings. All right. And it's also the planet of, I believe, more higher learning. So, right now, everything has been in trial and error for a lot of people. You should have learned a lot of life lessons, especially about money, because Capricorn, or I'm sorry, Pluto and Saturn have been in Capricorn. So, it's a lot of life lessons about money and career. It's about wealth, financial wealth, or just material wealth, like owning a home and learning these little things that are going to help you in the future. All right. Or even building your own family and learning how to manage money based on that. Now, if you didn't learn any of these things this past year, then I really don't know what you've been doing. Like, you should have felt the need to want to grow yourself as a person. And if you haven't been doing that, I mean, it's still not too late. The universe could be pushing you in that direction now more than anything because we're wrapping up the year. Okay, so with that being said, how do we utilize this knowledge for this retrograde today? Now, when I talk about not working with smaller projects and working with smaller people, now you have to look at yourself in the level that you're at. You have to be honest, you have to be realistic. How much do you want to grow and who do you want to grow with? Who can you work with right now that is either on the same level as you or they're above you? Okay? It's about building that kind of community in a way and looking at it from a higher perspective, right? Because this is why I've been trying to tell people that you are going to be clearing out energy, you're going to be clearing out space from people that no longer benefit your life. And that's not saying it in a selfish or egotistical way, like, oh, you're not on my level, I can't mess with you anymore. It's literally telling people that, hey, I've outgrown you. We're no longer a part of each other's life paths anymore. You're going in this direction. I'm going in this direction. And when you move to a different path in your life, you're going to meet new people. You're going to meet people who are on the same path as you. And it's all about realizing that that's what your soul wants to do, needs to do, or is doing. All right. And when you start to recognize this in yourself, you can start to grow, you can start to mature, you can start to evolve. And that's really what this retrograde is about. Okay. So we're not looking at self gratification right now. We're not looking for projects that are going to give us an emotional need temporarily. We're looking into the future, into future horizons, right? How are we expanding in the future us? What am I going to be in 2020? This is how you're supposed to be thinking or what you're supposed to be thinking for this month. Okay? Because this year is ending early. December is just going to be a bonus for most of us, okay? Like, woo, it's the retrograde's over. We're good. And so we must prepare ourselves for this moment in our lives where we are making a transition, where we are transforming out of our old selves into our newer selves, right? Into our new selves, right? Evolved states. And if you're not ready for that, then don't pressure yourself. There's no need to rush anything right now. I feel like I'm getting a lot of energy from people who are trying to rush things or like, hit me up now. There's deadlines for everything. Yes, there are deadlines for things, but that doesn't mean you have to rush into making a life-changing decision. It's not that important. Don't act on a decision because you're desperate. Make decisions based on if they're going to be beneficial for you in the future. Are they going to help you expand as a person? Are they going to help expand your money? Are they going to help you expand in experience to get that money? All right. That's what you need to be thinking of. Not no quick ass schemes or money like, oh, I can make this $5 today. And then you're never going to make that $5 again. Mm-mm. No. It's time to end small, mediocre thinking. It's time to start thinking and dreaming bigger again. I get a lot of people who have never really reflected on that because they're too scared to dream big. They're too scared because they're like, what if I fail? I'm going to disappoint myself. I'm going to disappoint my family. You don't even know these things or what you're capable of because you're not dreaming big. Because you don't strive for anything. Okay. And there's a lot of people like that. They never want to look at the bigger picture because they're so caught up in everything that they can see, everything that they can touch. They're not even trying to envision the things that they don't have right now because they're too scared. Like, oh, that'll never be me. I'll never reach it. I'll never do this. I'll never do that. Get rid of that negative thinking and that self hate. Okay. And you may have learned that from your upbringing. Your parents might have told you, oh, you're never going to amount to anything. Trust me, I've been there. Or you may be thinking like people don't see the potential in you. It doesn't matter what other people think or see or feel about you. It matters what you think and see and what you feel about yourself. That's going to get you to that next level. All right. And that's really what you need to be doing for the next 2 weeks, this week and next week. And if you're sitting there in your little corner crying, I mean, I feel you. It's a very intense time right now. We have to break away from old patterns that have prevented us from moving forward. And that's hard for anybody. That's even hard for me. But you need to come to a realization that you cannot stay the same way forever. It's just not realistic. Okay. It's not even a spiritual thing at this point, it's just not logical. And the reason why your money ain't coming in is because of you. It's not because of anybody else. It's not because of so and so or this or this or that. No, you need to realize that you are the reason why you attract certain opportunities. The light, the energy, it stems from your own heart, from your own sacred space. And if your sacred space is toxic or you have people that aren't supposed to be in there and you're exchanging toxic energy with each other, guess what? You're never going to attract those opportunities for yourself. You're never going to get what you want in life because you are too afraid to make changes or you're too afraid to detach yourself from people that aren't good for you. And that's fucking fact. That's truth. And if you can't handle that, don't be following me. Don't be listening to my podcast and make you cry every week. No, I'm kidding. On a serious note, when we learn to master our energy, When we learn how to utilize our energy, how to clear our energy, then we can start the process to heal. Then we can start to make space for new and healthy energy to come into our lives, where new and healthy opportunities can come, either through love, career, your money, whatever it is. But first, you have to acknowledge that the problem is stemming from you. It's all you. And a lot of people can't swallow that. A lot of people can't understand that. So, for the next 2 weeks, I challenge you to really look at yourself and to really think about what you're clearing out and what you can't keep, cannot keep for 2020. That is your homework. Okay. You really need to start thinking about what's good for your energy and what's not good for your energy, because those are the reasons why you're not moving anywhere in life. And that's fact. That's truth. And I know this through experience. I wasn't fed with the silver spoon. Nobody helped me in life. And you're going to meet people like that who say the same thing. Nobody helped me in life, but I found success anyways. The secret is I do not stick to energy that is toxic for me. Personally, I do not even associate myself with people who are really toxic unless they're my clients and I'm helping them from hurting themselves, harming themselves, and I'm helping them to clear out their energy. Okay? That's the only time I deal with toxic people. In my personal life, people can say whatever they want about me. Oh, you don't have friends, you don't have this, you don't have that. But you know what I do have? I have peace, I have happiness, and I have good opportunities for myself. And nobody can take that away from me. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. And that's fact. So I will leave it at that. Let you guys soak in all this information, this good opportunity to really clear your space and to really get real with yourself, to expand your horizons, expand your mental thinking. All right. And I will talk to you guys next week for a follow up. And hope you guys have a really good week. Remember to take anything negative, to just embrace these things and to make the necessary changes so that you can be at peace with yourself and your sacred space as well. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.